Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm back with another match reaction. This time is finished at Loftus Road, Queen's Park Rangers 1, Swansea City 2. Yeah, another win. That's 5 on the bounce. Obviously the clean sheet run has come to an end, but you know, 1 goal conceded in our last 5, and you know, it would make it 5 wins on a row. So yeah, it doesn't really matter too much about that. We got our 5th win in a row, which is excellent really. I think in my lifetime, I think it's the only time I've ever seen us win 5 on the bounce, if I'm being completely honest. Again, another test, another different test to games that we won previously. Obviously this one we got 2 goals. I think it was before the 60th minute in the game, and then you know, they pulled one back, and it was a test of our resilience and mentality, and we managed to hold on. And yeah, it was a good defensive display. You know, it wasn't the most entertaining game compared to some that we've seen recently under Sheehan, but you know, nonetheless another win. And we always seem to do this, don't we? You know, towards the end of the season, I think we just leave it a little bit too late to get promotion. Obviously it is mathematically possible, but you know, Coventry would have to lose both of their remaining games. We'd have to win them, and obviously there's a 9-goal swing as well, and that's as well as the teams in between us and Coventry as well. So yeah, it's obviously not going to happen, but it'd be nice to finish as close to that as possible. It would give us confidence for next season, and yeah, you know, it's definitely looking more positive now for the Swans. So hopefully we can continue this run, and you know, how good would it be if we could win our next 2 games and finish the season with you know, our last 8 games unbeaten. I think that would be incredible. But going on to player ratings then, so starting off with Vigouroux. It's his first time he's not got a clean sheet in his last 5, but I think he was still pretty good, so I'll give him a 7. Josh Key was very good, making things happen. I thought it was him who tapped it in, but it was actually Darling. Obviously when I watched it live, I thought that it was Key, but it turns out it was Darling. But yeah, Key was still very, very good, so I'm going to give him a 7. Josh Tyman, I'm going to give him a 7 as well. Obviously got the assist for the own goal. I thought he was really good, so I'll give him a 7. Cabango, I'm going to give Ben Cabango a 7.5. I thought he was really good. Unfortunate that he went off towards the end of the game. Hopefully that's nothing too serious, because you know, we really need him, not just as a player but as a skipper. You know, we'd really miss him if he was to be out injured for a long time. Darling, I'll give him an 8. I thought he was excellent, both defensively and chipping in with a goal. I think that's his 5th for the season now, which might be the most he's got in a season for us. You know, it's his 3rd season I think at the club, and yeah, you know, he's starting to really put in some good performances consistently, and I hope we can keep him now next season. Midfield then, Franco was one of his more quiet games, but still, you know, very, very good, so I'll give him a 7. Jay Fulton, I thought he was really good. You know, he's come under a lot of stick at times during this season, so I'll give him 7.5 because I thought he was good today. Lewis O'Brien, similar to Franco, pretty quiet but still pretty solid performance nonetheless, so I'll give him a 7. Ronald out on the wing, yeah, I thought he was really good. He set up a nice cross for Yom. Unfortunately he couldn't get you know, enough connection to see that into the net, but yeah, very good from Ronald. He's starting to take his man on a lot more often now, so I'm going to give Ronald, I'm going to give him a 7.5. As well, also give him a 7.5. I thought he was very good, you know, taking his man on again, and he also created the chance for the Darling goal, taking it to the byline, and then obviously I think it was Cullen who flicked it on, and then Darling taps it in then. So yeah, I'll give Yom a 7.5 too. And then Cullen up front, I'm going to give him a 7.5 as well. All 3 of the front line I'm going to give a 7.5. I thought Cullen was really good. You know, he's not been starting as much as he would have liked recently, but yeah, I thought he was good at first. I thought that it was him that got the touch, but yeah, obviously that was an own goal, but still played a part in that. Obviously for Timon to put the cross in, because he was obviously aiming for Cullen. But yeah, I'm going to give Cullen a 7.5. I thought he was really good. And then as for the substitutions then, Ollie Cooper and Vopotnik came on first. I'm going to give them both 6s. I thought, you know, both really good, solid performances, sort of slowed the tempo down and helped us over the line, but, you know, didn't have much time to sort of influence it any more than that. Delquar and Allen came on next, then I'll give them both 5s. Similar thing, obviously had a little bit less time than Vopotnik and Cooper to impact the game, but yeah, very solid again, helped to slow the tempo of the game down and got us over the line. And Christie, I left it the same. He obviously came on for like the last 30 seconds, so Can't really rate him more than a 5. So yeah, I'll give Cyrus Christie a 5. And then in terms of Alan Sheehan, then if I had to give him a rating for today, I'd probably give him, I'll give him an 8. You know, defensive solid defensively. Got another 3 points. Didn't get the clean sheet over the line this time, but you know, it's always going to come to an end. But 5 wins on the bounce. I think if we were to look for anybody else other than Alan Sheehan to start as a manager next season, I think we'd be silly to do so. I think he's been excellent, and you know, what more can he do to prove it? You know, I was a little bit torn. You know, even after maybe the first 2 wins of this run against Derby and Plymouth, I was a little bit like, you know, maybe I'm not quite convinced yet. But I think, you know, definitely now, I think the turning point was Sunderland away. You know, at that point I was like, you know, we have to keep him in charge, and even more so now after 5 on the bounce. You know, it's the first time I've seen 5 on the bounce in my lifetime from what I can remember. So, you know, if we don't keep him on next season, I think we'd be very, very silly. So yeah, I'm going to go Alan Sheehan an 8. And man of the match then, I'm going to go with Harry Darling. I thought he did very well defensively and got a goal. Obviously the only thing missing was the clean sheet, as I said, but other than that, excellent performance. And yeah, obviously he did bust a lung to get back and try and prevent that goal happening. But yeah, as I said, 3 points, and he ended up getting the winning goal. But yeah, once again, a massive thanks for watching this, and I will be back on Friday for my match preview ahead of Millwall away. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.